Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So today's the first episode of games that are meh. Now, what I mean by that, just so we can avoid some confusion, this is not about saying these games suck, and it's not about saying that these games are great. They're just meh. They're okay. And I kind of came up with this idea because I always like to go through my games and look for something different to play, whether I want to do a video on it or not. And, oftentimes I'm going through it, I'm like, yeah, that's okay, or meh, or whatever. And maybe the game is just, it's just okay. There's nothing wrong with it. And I thought, well, why don't I do a series of games that are just meh? So I think I'll give it a shot. And I kind of rooted through my collection, and the first one that caught my eye was Freeway for the Atari, made by Activision. Now, I always go on about how great Activision is. For the original Atari games, Activision made a lot of great games. Freeway is okay. It's a good game. It's not crap. It doesn't suck. But it's not the greatest either. In fact, I do remember a very long time ago when I was a kid, when I borrowed an Atari from a friend, and there was a whole bunch of games in there, and this one was there, and I plugged it in. I'm like, what's this all about? I looked at the label, I'm like, that kind of looks interesting. And I started playing it, I'm like, even then, I was just like, there's nothing really happening. It is a two-player game. Now, that could be the problem. I mean, you can play it with one player, it's not like it's impossible to play, but you don't really get a lot of the excitement that comes out of this game unless you play with two players. But even still, like, I have played this with two players, and even then, it's just like, it's okay. Now, Freeway is a game where it asks the question, why did the chicken cross the road? And obviously the answer is to get to the other side. And that's the point of this game. So I'm going to pop this into my Atari 2600, and let's just see why this game is meh. Okay, let's play some Freeway. Now, obviously, there's no real title screen. It just has the Activision logo right there. There's nothing. I mean, there's no freeway. There's no interesting graphics going on. You can kind of see the cars there, all lined up, ready to start crossing the road. It's a pretty big highway. I don't know where the heck this is supposed to be, but it's a massive highway. Well, let's get started here. What should I start with? Let's get it in B there. Let's just do the basic game here. As you can see, I got chicken there, and that's the opponent's chicken. And the cars are just kind of crossing, so you got this way and you got that way. And you can't go left or right, so even though this bears a resemblance to a popular title known as Frogger, this chicken only goes straight. And it's pretty much just, why did the chicken cross the road? We're just going to keep going. As you can see, too, when you hit a car like that, chicken doesn't go squish. Chicken just bounces backwards. The chicken kind of looks like I don't know. Well, I guess it kind of looks like a chicken. I do have to say I like the sound effects, though. I mean, there's no music in this game, but you can hear like the horns honking and stuff. It does sound like a highway. You can hear kind of the car engines and stuff. I think there's also another game like this, Crossy Roads or something like that. One of those modern phone games or tablet games. That's pretty much it. You're just crossing the road. Not a whole lot going on. I remember when I first played this and I was just like, okay, that's it. Now, it does kind of get fun with the other player, of course. Let's reset this and try a different setting. So we got, oops. Guess you gotta go back. There's 2. See how that goes. I think it's just more cars, and this lane seems to be going really fast. Just to make it more tricky. As you can see, I just got pushed all the way back. Whoa. Oh, I just can't get past that one line of traffic. I almost wish I could go right and left. There we go. Whoa. let's see what else there is. 3. So really, I mean, the game doesn't change much. It's just the pattern of the cars. Not going to get much graphical changes or added anything. There's no snakes. There's no nothing. Let's see, 5. Looks like some of the cars just all of a sudden slow down and speed up just to give it that little extra challenge. Oh. Kind of would be fun if the chicken did go splat. Now, I know there is a hack of this game. I believe it's a hack. Where I think the chicken does get splat or something, or there is something about this game. There is a hack somewhere where it's a little bit more brutal. As you can see, though, I'm changing the select button. Just changes the difficulty of it. Not a whole lot more happens. Let's try 7. Oh, be really cool if they push you sideways too. That'd be kind of fun. Instead of just pushing you down, pushing you sideways. Not that that would do anything. Of course, you can't go sideways anyway, so let's just keep crossing that road. I think it only goes up to 8, so let's just check what 8 is. There we go. So skill 8. Whoa, it's all trucks. Whoa. Sometimes it feels like that for me on the highway when I'm going to work. I'm just surrounded by trucks everywhere. Maybe it's just where I'm going. There's a lot of construction, or there's a lot of things going on down there. I don't know. I always feel like I'm being surrounded by big rigs. Like I'm on the open road or something. This is very similar to playing on the first setting. It's just, instead of like the shorter cars, it's just all big, long trucks. Oops, ran into that guy. And I'm being pushed around. Yeah. Ding. So yeah, I mean, like I said, the game doesn't suck. The graphics are okay. The sound is great. I love the sound. I love the little honking horns and stuff like that. You know, the little graphic chicken thing running across the road. And I mentioned that it does play very similar, well, looks similar to Frogger. Now in Frogger, there's obviously a lot more going on. You can move left and right. You're not just crossing all of roads, you're crossing the water. There's different enemies that come out at you. You have to go into the cubby holes. This doesn't have any of that. This is literally just in one spot, crossing the road over and over and over and over. I think they could have added more to it. I think there could have been more to, you know, I don't know like, I don't know what the reasoning why they didn't want you to go left and right. I think they were just trying to really just get to the whole point of the chicken is just crossing the road. Forget about running left and right. It's just running. Kind of like if you're driving and you see that squirrel darting across the street, and then it sees a car coming and it kind of does that U-turn and goes back. Instead of, you know, trying to go up or down, it just goes back, and then it might turn around again and then run back again. So maybe it makes sense that the chicken would just be running, you know, kind of like the whole thing with chicken with his head cut off. Just running across the road, and then but it's funny how it bounces off the cars. Like, you know, you would think that the bird would be squished. And like I said, I think there's a hack for this. If you know about it, leave a comment in the chat, in the comment section, I mean. But I believe there's some kind of hack where the chicken actually gets crushed and it leaves a blood mark on the road. Something like that. But that seems like it'd be hilarious. They probably wouldn't have liked that, though. It would have been too violent, I guess, for kids at the day. Maybe it would have been one of those games that would have fit with the, you know, those porn games they made for the Atari. Anyways, yeah, so that's Freeway for the Atari 2600. It's a game that I've looked at, and I thought, well, if I do a video, what am I going to say about it? And so this kind of fit the proper theme here of games that are meh. I can probably find a bunch of others. I don't know. This is the first time me doing this type of video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the game. There's probably going to be people that love this game and rave about it. And then there's probably people that are going to be like, that game sucks, why would you even play it? I'd love to hear what you have to say about it. And, you know, if you've never played it before, I'd like to hear that too. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe to my channel. Talk to you later.